All right, so I left off on installing the motor, getting the motor mounts in. I hadn't yet tapped and threaded the new motor mount bolts into it, but that is now done. So the next order of business is to get the electrical sorted, and once that's done, then I can do the through hole fittings, and then hopefully my steering setup will arrive as well as my seats. And my buddy's cutting my bulkhead, so there's not a lot of space in here. So fortunately I'm tiny. He won't fit, but it works for me. So I bought 3 of the wrong adapters before asking Jamie what I was doing wrong, and then he told me, and then it was simple. But those will be here in the next couple days for the through hole fittings to supply the engine with fresh water. So yeah, all right, well, I'm gonna get to making a bracket for the electrical. It's gonna span the backside here. Everything works out for the length, and yeah, I'll get started on that. Yeah, so I'm gonna get the electrical sorted on this, and a year and 9 months later, he's putting a bilge in this thing, so. We found out that I installed the bellows wrong, so this leaks oil. And yeah, so gotta redo that and not ruin the O-ring that the bellows has. So yeah, then we'll have 2 boats ready to rip. All right, enough talking. I'll get to working. All right, so something like this. So I have a 3x3 square stock that will basically get mounted right along the backside of here, and that's what the whole shindig will look like.
Hey, where's the broom?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
Damn, are you cleaning up?
I got a fat mess over here. P-H-A-T.
Fat. All right, I'm gonna make this look pretty. I gotta make a little plate that goes over here so that all 4 of these bolts can actually go into something. And the goal is to make it look nice. Not like that boat.
Just such a fat.
All right, I can start with that. Like that.
Damn,
So,
that's nice.
but it won't be sideways.
It's nice.
All right, get that going. All right, I'm gonna put L aluminum on the bottom and top side and mount it. Oh. So while I was moving the auto feed on the table, I wasn't paying attention and the vise interacted with the bit and totally broke it off. So I got to take this out, loosen the drawbar, take this out, and install a surfacing mill. Nice collet holder. Three-quarter inch mill. We're gonna take off 18 thousandths. That's a big
We
mill.
need some love.
God damn it. Fucking giant part.
Little too aggressive. So that is just going to be a little access to be able to get to the bolt behind here. And since I have a mill, I figured I might as well make it look nice. So, little 1/4 inch radius. Looks pretty decent. I could have done better there, but never done this before, so not too bad. All right, and all this is getting powder coated too, so. All right, I'm gonna drill these and then weld it in the boat.
Try to get all your bolts started. Dude, like it's hella far
What the
away,
hell?
right? Yeah.
All right, that is welded and in place. Looks decent. Not fantastic, but decent. Now that that's there, I'm not gonna mount any of the cables. I'm gonna get the through hole fitting, which is this right there. So this is gonna thread from the inside of the boat and the inside of the transom through to the adapter plate, right? Right there. So the water feed from the jet pump goes through this little channel, which it's got a little slope and everything. So obviously Mini Jet doing a good job there. So I have my tap. I'm gonna tap this, but it's gonna go into that. I gotta take this off, drill through here, or first drill through here, then take this off, tap it, because drilling, I'm gonna get my location. So, yep, all right, I'm gonna drill through this, drill the steering cable while I'm at it, and then tap everything and put it back together.
Cable down.
Oh my. Yeah, that one's done now, finally. All right, so I have all of the coolant lines kind of strewn about here. This goes to the oil cooler down there, and then it branches off and goes to the intercooler on the other side. And I have my water line plumbed, or my water source plumbed. So the jet pump creates a positive pressure, forces water through a screen, through a little passageway, and it comes out there. So Mini Jet will actually tap both the transom and the adapter plate at the same time and thread them together so that it kind of sandwiches itself together. And that was kind of an oversight on my part, but If it leaks, I may just do a top and bottom tap, drill and tap, and then kind of sandwich it together to apply a little more pressure to keep it sealed, and that should fix it. But with the amount of Sikaflex I plan to put on it, I don't think it's gonna leak. But yeah, everything's coming together, and you just heard that boat start. So here is what this boat sounds like. Definitely not as rowdy yet. Good God. $630 thousandths. So that's 5/8. Or just over 5/8. So the goal is to take 1 inch out of that, so I'll know exactly once I get to 1 inch what I need to take out. Okay, so there's my 5/8 ID through hole fitting. So that tube that I measured earlier will fit through the circumference of this, and then I'm going to TIG weld it, and then TIG weld it to the outside. So this will serve as my Venturi style bilge. So if I had proper lathe cut off bits, I would have made this whole process a lot easier, but I don't have those yet, so that's what I had to do. So it is by no means dimes or anything, but for just learning how to TIG, it's not the worst thing I've done. So once this cools down, I'm gonna drill a 5/8 OD hole through the back of the transom here so that I can have my Venturi bilge work right off of this right here. So, like so. And this little rubber line goes to here, and you can see in there the angle of it right there. Ooh. The angle of that little tube is the right angle as water passes to create a siphon. So that's how that works. All right, I will drill a hole in the boat now. Okay, TIG welding is certainly not my forte. So I cheated and used the spool MIG because even being tiny and trying to weld in this tiny space, it was super hard. So yeah, but it worked out. So here's the Venturi style bilge. One end will get like a little pad on it that sits at the bottom of the boat. Then the other end gets routed right here onto this through hole, and then where it crosses needs to be as high as possible or above the water line, so that as when I come off plane, no water can get forced back through here, even though this is a one-way valve. But generally speaking, you don't want to have your Venturi bilge just below the water line like so, because if that one-way valve fails, then your boat fills with water. All right, well, this video is probably getting long. It's probably, if I were to guess, 30 minutes by now. So the next video will be steering, exhaust, and hopefully my new seats will be in by then. So also, the TIG welder is very cool. I just have no idea what I'm doing. But practice. So, and I need to get a 50 amp pendant receptacle that dangles from the ceiling here, because finagling around this monstrosity of a thing and the drill press and everything over there is just very difficult. So I clearly didn't think this through. So I need a better way of having the welder be more portable. So, all right, well, that'll be in the next video.